Hello, afternoon, people. Afternoon, tea and truth, family. My water is boiling. Whew, my water is boiling. So we may we may just have water and truth today because I just put it on and then the time got away from me. So we'll see. Oh, there it goes. There it go. Hey, do you hear my teapot in the background? All right. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. Whew. I guess we will have some tea. I'm back. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do better next week. Whew. I'm trying to get back to my regular life, not regular, my new regular life. And you heard it. Whew. So here we are. It's just regular tea today. No special, no special anything with some lemon and honey. So, so here we are. And so, if you saw the title, if you saw the title, then you saw it said the cards. The game taught me another one. I let's see. Oh, I got a couple more minutes before I start. It's not 2:35 quite yet. Let me tag some people. Let me get some people. Let's see if we can get some other folks. All right. Okay. Whew. I went back to Zumba this week. We're gonna see how that pans out for me in the morning. Okay. This morning. Anyway, hello, 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 everyone. Everyone. My name is Karen Booth. I am the baggage handler. And I want to know what's in your bag. What's in your soul bag? What you got going on in there? So that we can clean out the bad stuff and replace it with some patience and some kindness and some love and some humility and all the things that God would like for us to have in our soul. But we got to get the old stuff out first, right? So here we are today. Whew. Today is Thursday. And so um, last night, I was playing this little card game on my phone. Now, it's called euchre. It's not a common game that any of my other friends play. But imagine spades with some twists. Like you don't use the whole deck. It's only five books available. And with each hand, you have to choose what the trump is, what the winning card is. Um, you don't use the jokers. You use the king, queen, ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9 of each suit. When you get three books, you win the hand. If the other team bids and they don't get three books and you do, then you get 2 points. So if you get your three books, if you get your three books, you get 1 point. If you get the other team's three books, you get 2 points. If you get all five books, you get 2 points. If you get a hand that you think is good enough to get all five books by yourself, and you do what's called go along, which means you look at your hand and you say, "Ooh, I don't need my partner," and you say, because I'm playing on my phone, but it's a real game that people play in real life. And so if you look at your hand and you be like, "Oh, I can get all the books, all five, by myself, no help," then you hit the button, you say, "I'm going along," and then your little partner on the other side of the screen disappears, and it's you and the other two people. If you get all five books, then you get 4 points. Y'all with me? First 1 to 10 points wins the game. It's real interesting. It's real interesting. And so this is the game that I was playing last night as I relaxed to get ready to go to bed. And so it's gonna be quick. It's gonna be quick today. It's gonna be quick today because I don't know where my people are. They're not used to me at 2:30. That's what it is because I just started this. And so, um, and so I'm playing the game, and I get a good hand, and I just keep on going. I don't look. I don't think about it being a go along hand because the go along hand is it doesn't happen every hand, right? So you have to be watching for it. And I promise I'm going somewhere with this. Um, and so then I got one. I got a hand, and I ended up getting all the books. And then it happened again, and it looked like I could get all the books, but I was scared. And so I was like, yeah, I choose the trump, and me and my partner get all the books. And I was like, no, doggone it. I could have got all four books. All five. All five. And so I go through the whole hand, the whole game. We win the game. And on the last hand, I saw my hand. I thought about what I had. I looked at my hand and I said, I'm going along. And I did it, and I won all four books. What are you talking about, Karen? And I won with I won like 13. You only need 10. I won like 13 to like 5. And it was like all through the game after I thought about it, all through the game, the system, the system was was really, gearing for me to win the game because I thought about how all the hands fell after the game. So yes, I think like this all the time. And so, the other day it was the Yahtzee game. The other day it was the Yahtzee game. I almost missed it because I wasn't looking for it. Today is the euchre game. And the first time I wasn't looking for it. I wasn't looking for it. The second time I thought I could do it, but I was scared. So I didn't do it. I didn't go along. The first time I saw to go along, I had to go along and I realized like after I won all the books. The second time I thought I could, but I chose to go with my partner who won all the books. The third time, which was the last hand, because you only need 10, we had 9. I said, oh, I'm gonna go along this time. Did it, got all the books, won 13 to like 5. And I sat there and I said, I could have won this game a long time ago. I could have won this game a long time ago. What does this have to do with anything in life, Karen? I'm glad you asked me. So I was scared to try and I wasn't paying attention. So we're going to look at the fear factor just because 2 Timothy 1 and 7 says, God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of the same. So why are we out here scared? Why are we out here scared? Joshua 1 and 9 says, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. Playing it safe. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. And Romans 8 and 31. If God be for us, who can be against us? So why are we out here being scared? How many times, playing it safe or selling, how many times do we hold the winning hand? How many times do we hold the winning hand and play it safe? I was watching some people play spades not too long ago, and I don't, I don't join people in playing spades because people are very ridiculous about playing spades, but I know how. And so I'm sitting here and I am sitting, behind or next to whatever in a place where I can see somebody and I'm looking at them be it and I'm looking at them be it wrong. I'm looking at them. I'm looking at their hand and they're like, I got XYZ. And I'm like, aren't you what you count? What you not counting? Like, if I got one heart, right? And I got the 4 of spades, baby, the 4 of spades is a book for me. It is. If I got 3 or 4 low spades and almost zero of another suit, yeah, I'm counting one of them. And I just kept going. And I promise it was all this under bid. And I was like, why? Why are you holding a hand and dragging this game out forever? When if you be it right, because it was also late. It was also late and I was sleeping. But the person I was riding with was playing, but it was not the person that was under bid. And so we out here in these good old streets walking with the Lord and being scared. We delay the blessing, the breakthrough, the healing, because we let fear make our decisions. In God's system, that looks like staying in a place He told you to leave. It looks like holding back on the vision that He told you to birth. It looks like refusing to forgive because you're afraid of what might happen next. And welcome to the world of forgiveness. Fear is something, forgiveness is something that only you can choose to do for yourself. Hey, Celeste, how are you? Fear is something that, forgiveness is something that is a choice that you have to make on your own. Nobody can make it for you, nobody can do it for you, right? So I know that when somebody has hurt you, bothered you, insulted you, betrayed you, treated you like however they treated you, and you know that God calls you to release the emotion that is tied to that action. Release the emotion, release the need for revenge, release the bitterness, release the resentment that is tied to that action. Then you have these thoughts that say, well, what if they do it again? Thank you, Celeste. What if I look weak? What if I forgive them and nothing changes in them? Well, honestly, if nothing changes in them, that's not your business. It's not your responsibility. It's not your call. It is not your duty to see to it that they change so that they don't do this again. That is, however, the responsibility of the Lord. And if you choose forgiveness, then you free God to go and maybe talk with that person, impact that person's life, and maybe they will change. It's not for you to watch. It's not for you to monitor. It's not for you you're not the overseer of that. What forgiveness does do is it puts you in a place where God can do something with your feelings, and God can handle your hurt, and God can handle your um, pain. God can handle all the things. God can handle you getting angry when you see that person walk in the room because you have to call on. But you have to continue to say yes, yes, I forgive them. Yes, I forgive them. You have to continue to choose to forgive. You can't be like, yes, I forgive them on Tuesday, and then on Friday you call your girlfriend and we like put on some black and we can go out here and do some of these folks tired. You can't. That may be how you feel, but I need for you to not take action on that. I need for you to not take action on that. I need for you to stay in the place of, because yes, you make the choice, but you have to continue to make the choice to forgive, especially when it's something that really hurt you deeply. You have to stay in that space of, you feel this way about the situation, but you still have to stay in that space of, but I forgive them, because God will handle you and your hurt, and He will handle them in terms of avenging you, right? So fear will say, what if they do it again? What if I look weak? What if I forgive and nothing changes? But faith says, what if I win? What if I forgive and I'm free? What if I let go and God handles it better than I ever could? Which He does. He has for me multiple times, multiple times. So when you release the fear, you make room for God's supernatural wind, which is peace and healing and restoration beyond what you could earn or do on your own. Because we'd be like, I want to choose whatever kind of activity, because I don't want Facebook to be like, oh, she talking crazy on this live, and silence it. But you know how you think. You know how you would you would like to be able to do like what the boy do on one of them dear movies where the man was a lawyer, he left the woman, and him and the wife, Madeira and the wife went up in the closet, and the girl was like, "Well, this ain't gonna help change nothing." But she said, "No, it won't. But it have to feel better." And it felt good in the moment when they were in there in the closet. The chainsaw cutting up all that dude's clothes. And we laughed at it and everything. But then the next day after they got to cutting up all them clothes, the girl was still upset and hurt and sad. So that's why I need for you to not give in to those feelings of revenge, because yeah, you can go and you can be Jasmine Sullivan, and yeah, you can go and be Left Eye, and yeah, you can go and be Angela Bassett. You have to look up these incidents. These songs. One is a song, one is a movie, and one happened in real life. And you can do those types of activities, but that only gives you a temporary relief from a problem, a hurt, a pain. That Diary of a Mad Black Woman, yes. Um, the pain that that you that has been built up in you because of what someone else did, right? And so, and they went to jail. Now we just can't be out here loving the Lord and doing crazy stuff and then going to jail. Because now the people be like, I thought she went to church. And they be like, baby, that church ain't helping her. Because there she is acting a donkey out there for all of God's people to see. So so back to what I was saying earlier, you can take the whole card game lesson, right? And look at it, you know, independently, in that don't be afraid to um don't be afraid to receive God's blessings. Don't be afraid to look for God's blessings. Because like when I had the good hand, I wasn't looking for it. I had the good hand, I got scared, and then I had the hand and I played it at the end of the game. But if God was trying to bless me, you know, the game system was trying to get me to win, 5, 6, 7 plays ago. I still won, but I won way later than what could have really happened. So that's one part of it, is that always keep your eyes open for how God is going to bless you. Always keep your eyes open for that. And don't, as I said Tuesday, don't miss it. Don't miss it. Today I'm adding, don't be afraid if the opportunity comes that you've been looking for, if the chance comes and you say, "Ooh, that looks like a winning hand." Ooh, but I'm scared. So for me, I was like, well, let me just do it this safe way and win it this way. Let me go with my partner. And then, so that was chance two. And so, so then it was like, okay, I'm gonna take the chance. But if I was supposed to win way back here, you've delayed the blessing, you've delayed the breakthrough, you've delayed the advancement of your assignment. Because God doesn't give us assignments that don't end up in some kind of reward for us too, right? It's all about other people and it's all about us. So it's all about, everybody being able to grow, everybody getting a breakthrough, everybody getting some help, everybody advancing. Because he's not interested in us toiling, he's not interested in us, suffering. He's not interested in any of the things that we think that we have to do to get God's best. Okay, that was for free. That was for free. That just came from nowhere because I really just want y'all to not be afraid to forgive the people so that you can get your blessings, so that you can go on and be the kingdom person that God would have for you to be. All right. So that's tea and truth for today. Now, I also want to remind you, let me remind you that starting next week, I will be starting my class. So Celeste, the class starts next Thursday at 6. I'll send the Zoom link information out next week sometime. I will be going live every day at another time to talk about the class. It won't be to teach nothing much, but it will be to talk about the class so that the people will know that the class is coming. The investment is $97. Afterpay is available. Take your friends. All right. Y'all have a good rest of your Thursday. Thank you for tuning in. Like and share the broadcast. And I will see y'all in the morning for Freedom Friday and forgiveness. All right. Bye bye.